Welcome to the Trapidemics channel. Drop a like on the way in. We're going to get into this subject real quick. Your boy Mamadani up there in New York City causing absolute mayhem. I don't think he understood how infrastructure of an actual city works. It's seeming like he was a little bit overwhelmed with the promises that he made. Free this, free that, but at what cost? You've done budget cuts, so now we are seeing the repercussions of those budget cuts in one simple form: Mother Nature. We're not talking about housing, we're not talking about food, shelter, things like that. Just Mother Nature. With snow, it's being proven that Mamdani doesn't have the manpower or the money to combat this. So let's see what his solution is. Let's see what he has to say and if he can be successful in any of this.
And we're utilizing 33 DSNY vans and 2 DSNY buses to transport shovelers where they're needed faster. And for those who want to do more to help your neighbors and earn some extra cash, you too can become an emergency snow shoveler. Just show up at your local sanitation garage between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. tomorrow with your paperwork, which is accessible online at nyc.gov/snow, and you can get started right away.
So Mamdani is proposing that in order to help this problem with this blizzard, the snow, there was so much snow piled onto sidewalks and the streets in the last 2 weeks that now he's proposing, since he doesn't have enough sanitation workers because of budget cuts, he's proposing that now the citizens can come out, shovel some snow, and make from $25 to $30 an hour shoveling snow. Key is you have to have 2 forms of ID. Now, you may think, what's so wrong with somebody having 2 forms of ID? It's just a job. Any typical job will have you provide some type of form of ID. Well, the problem in many people's opinion, including mine, is you're so strict on requiring ID for just American citizens or anybody who's in need of a job to come shovel some snow to make up for the loss in the budget that you put into law. So these people need to provide ID just to work, to recoup for your losses. But in order to vote for any of our elections, all our public elections, judges, all the way up to the president, the left is fighting to make sure that you do not need an ID to vote. Do you not see the contrast there? Something so important as voting in this country, a right, a privilege, requires no ID, but to shovel some snow, to get paid $30 an hour to shovel snow, you need 2 forms of ID. It's not like people don't have ID, but why in this situation are you so serious about having ID? Let's check this video out too.
How you a company snitching? You good? You okay? Let's do it.
So this may look fun in games. You say it's just snow, no biggie. But what's the big deal? Well, this is just more repercussions of Mamdani. More repercussions of what when you do budget cuts and the city workers, you have police officers that'll be sent for a situation and they can get ran out of bullied by the people. In this situation, they're getting pelted by snow. It looks like they're trying to keep it calm. People are laughing. But at this point, people are being charged with assault for this. But what do you think the city's going to turn into within the next few months,
How you
next few
accomplish
years,
mission?
as these policies that Mamdani has in place
You all right? You
continue to
good?
let themselves work themselves out?
You okay?
Less police,
How you doing?
less emergency response, less sanitation. Now we have to put people on the street to do the job. But at the same time, they're charging people or requiring people for these jobs two forms of ID. Always remember, they require people to vote. Now, what could go wrong with just randomly letting people come and shovel snow that are not city workers, even though that you're asking for ID? Let's get a different perspective on uh, what's going on.
You up to $29 an hour, okay? Listen to this. So they want you to have two forms of ID, including your social security. Funny, huh? And guess what? You go there, they give you a shovel, okay? And there's no supervision, and you're getting paid an hour. You know, they're taking the money out of the emergency. So this is out of the emergency fund. Okay. And he's paying all those people who live here in New York who wants to go shovel without supervision. So I took the shovel, put it at home, and getting paid $28, $29 an hour. You know? Why not use the idiot? He's fucking us, so let's fuck him over. Allegedly here. For entertainment purposes only. I have to say that. So, New York,
Well, Mamdani, this is the repercussions of what happens. Okay, yeah, you want me to have two forms of ID? No problem. Is it sanitation? I go to sanitation, give them two forms of ID, give me a shovel. I check in, what do we say? 1 p.m. I started shoveling. I'll come back 9 p.m., sign my name out. I've got an 8-hour work shift at $30 an hour. And like the young man said, it's coming out of the emergency fund. How crazy is that? So you're starting to realize that free isn't really free. People dance, oh, Mamdani is a new thing, socialism, communism. You're starting to realize that money comes from places. And in order to use that money, when you cut the budget, now they're pulling from the emergency fund. It's just getting crazier and crazier. I've got more for you guys. Let's check this out. Talking about the ID situation.
Well, bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show two original forms of ID and a social security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
I'll be honest, I 100% agree with Trump on this. The SAFE Act, at this point in time, these millions and millions of undocumented, whatever, migrants, you know, that will be able to vote if you don't have voter ID laws, SAFE Act laws in place, it can completely destroy the election. Now, of course, you're going to have people say, illegals can't vote. Well, one thing that you're not understanding is a lot of these voter places where you vote, they don't require any ID. They don't require anything of you except to go in, write a name down, and go vote. That's exactly what I did. I voted for Trump. But when I went into on Utica Avenue in Brooklyn to vote, I was required nothing. Sign a name, I'm just looking around. Okay, I go over here. That was it. So when you have programs that brought over illegals, gave them support, gave them housing, food, gave them a dream, shelter, whatever, put them in programs, put their children into school, who do you think that they will vote for? And do you not think that those foundations and those groups that funded these people, do you not think that they'll tell them and remind them of who helped them? They're going to tell them the Democrats got you here. The Democrats are the ones that are helping you. The other ones, the Republicans are the ones that are trying to kick you out. So this is why you need a voter ID. What's so hard about an ID? The Democrats always try to make it seem like the black community or poor people, you just have no access to ID. And liberals, super liberals that don't even know any poor people, always assume they can't, they don't have ID. They can't afford an ID. ID costs about $10. And if you are on the spectrum of being very poor, more than likely you have social services that you take. You need ID for all of these things. Some states you can't even walk outside without an ID. So everyone has an ID. But what the left is trying to do is use these loopholes that we currently have, like you don't need an ID, to establish that voter block. I called this years ago. All the people that are coming are going to be the new voting block for the Democratic Party. It has nothing to do with racism. It's a serious privilege to be able to vote in this country, especially as a minority, when foundational Black Americans fought for those civil rights to happen for citizens, you know? Let's see what another aspect of this is. This young man is, I think he likes what Mamdani did. Let's check this part out.
Shoveling thing. Yeah, that was genius. That was genius. I just saw a bunch of people with shovels walking around. Mayor Mamdani stepped to the front. Do y'all see how clear the sidewalks are? That $30 per hour shoveling thing. Yeah, that was genius. That was genius. I just saw a bunch of people with shovels walking around. They got the little vests on. Now that needs to be part of the Blizzard protocol every single time. And I'm not going to say that the New York government is doing anything for real, but they ate that one little thing.
I wonder if he knows that this is coming out of his emergency fund. Probably taxes that he's paid into, extremely high New York City taxes, New York State taxes. Obviously, he lives in a city, so his are much higher. I wonder if he knows that the people that are being paid are coming out of his emergency fund when there's a true emergency. And also, it didn't have to come out of the fund if he budgeted the budget correctly. So I'm not sure if he understands that. But that's where we are right now with Mayor Mamdani in New York City with this voter ID, well, not even voter ID, with this snow
Mayor
removal
Mamdani stepped to the
ID.
front. Do y'all see?
Snow removal ID. Absolutely hilarious.
Hard. Want some
One
to
more time
shovel
for
snow,
Trump.
but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a social security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. Nice guy. Just said they want
Yeah,
people
guys. So
to
that's pretty
shovel
much where we're at
snow.
with
They got
it.
hit hard. Once
Your boy Mamdani up there in New York is trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. Oh, we're going to do something to fix. Meanwhile, he's pulling out of the emergency fund. Oh, we're going to pay citizens. Meanwhile, it could have already been done with Department of Sanitation workers that we have already had. But since you've cut the budget, you can't pay them, and then some are gone. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Please please leave a comment, subscribe. Let's get to it. It's a Trapidemics channel. Much appreciated.